my friends, happy Sunday to you. This is Jody and welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm happy that you're here today. We're going to do something fun. I have 4 months worth of bargain bead boxes, and I want to go through the 3 months prior to the one that we just got recently. So let's go through those. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have, and let's make some stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, just like we did in a prior video, I believe it was for, I condensed the Potomac beads. I will link that one in the description in case you guys missed it. But we're going to, we've got kind of a lot of stuff going on here. So let's go with our oldest one first. So we have bows and berries. Let's open this up. Okay, so this one was, I think this was was it December? I believe this was November. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I don't remember. But let's see what we have in here. So my intention is that I would really like to make a bunch of, or maybe a couple multi-strand bracelets, okay? And the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to take out things that I'm not going to put back into a container. So like onesie, twosies, like for example, there's this one little bead cap here. We're just going to remove him, put him in there, okay? We only have one of these. We're just going to take them out. We only have one of these. Just take them out, okay? So that's what we're left with. Now I have some chain. I'm going to put the chain in here. We have some little findings. So we have these little branches that I didn't do much with. I only used one. So we're going to just stick them in here. Same with this. But I think this would be a great center for a bracelet, or even, I don't know. Maybe we just won't make bracelets. Maybe we'll make more than that. Well, let's just go ahead and put him in here because we want all that stuff out, right? My charms will go with my charms when this is all said and done. My clasps will go with my clasps and so on. So let's just dig that out. We'll leave our pendants in here because we'll come back to that probably. But let's take a peek and see what kind of speaks to me, what catches my eye here. All right, so I'm really kind of feeling these. These are amazing. Like, what were those? I can't remember, you guys. I'm so terrible. Let me get my list out. So those were I think those were the green tiger eye. No, this was the green tiger eye. Okay, this was the moss agate. And then this was the tree agate. So I'm really enjoying this color. Let's dig all of those out. Okay, let's dig every single last one of those out. Where'd you go? There it is. We're just gonna pull those out and put them right here. Let's line up our little trays. This is gonna end up going in my bead box bargains or bargain bead box, you guys know, bead soup for 2025. We will be revisiting our bead soup stuff eventually here and going through that for 2024. Actually, this will go in 2024 because I do believe, because Glacial Glimmer and this one were last year. So this will go in my 2024. And so we'll, whatever we find in Glacial Glimmer that we have onesies and twosies of. Let's pull out this tree agate because this is really, really pretty too. So let's do some green. We'll kind of get ready for some of the St. Patrick's Day shenanigans. And I think I actually have some clover leaf charms and stuff too. So that would be fun to mess with. So let's just pull that out. Whoop, totally lost those. And I don't think I really want to use anything else in here at this time. Now that's going to depend on what I find in the other 2 boxes that we're going to open up. So there's that. And then let's just kind of move these around a little bit. Let's put this red over here. Whoop. Didn't want to stay on the spoon. They're just kind of rolling around. This one would be really great for something this spring, I think. Maybe we'll revisit this box when we're looking for something really, really springy to make. Or maybe we'll use it yet today. I don't know. All right, so everything is going to get condensed into this one container. So I'm just going to stick that off to the side. And then let's just move this over. The next one was Glacial Glimmer. So let's take a peek at this and let's see. All right, you guys, I didn't do much of anything with excuse me, got the hiccups. Glacial Glimmer. And there's a lot here. There's still stuff on strands. Okay, so let's do this first. Let's take the clasp out and let's put that in with our clasps and that stuff. And then it looks like we have some links. So let's put those in there too. These would be great because these are kind of Celtic. So let's keep these out. These are like a couple little charms. What? I should put the charms in with the charms. They've been giving a lot of charms lately, and I mean, I don't use a ton of charms. I don't. All right, so let's see what we have going on. Because honestly, you guys, I'm not feeling much of this one. I do love the chips, and I might pull those out. But other than that, I'm kind of not really feeling it. So I'm going to put that that little guy in there with that one, okay? And then, lo and behold, we have like really almost the exact same bead here. So let's just put that in there. Look, I must have did a link or something. That one still has some metal on it. So let's do that. Okay. Sometimes, I mean, like, I love blues, but I think I've been doing a lot with a lot of blue lately, or maybe it's just my imagination. But I wasn't really, my intention was not to come in after the blues in this box. And it's very much a lot of blue in here, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. It looks amazing. So the one thing I do want, though, is I think I want these silver spacers. Let's pull those out because they're very, you can use those in pretty much any design. And look, that one has a little eye pin on it too. So they must have been extras from something that I did back when I first got this box. Now I think what we'll do is I'm going to pull out those chips. And I think we're going to use those chips. So let's pull those out. I know you guys really like to see different things to do with chip beads and different designs and stuff. I can't say I'm going to be super creative. I don't know. I'm just pulling out what's kind of talking to me right now. All right. So let's pull that out. Oh, sounds like my brother's here. My dog just started barking. We have a shredding service at my work, and I just convinced my mom that, you know, according to the government website, you only need to keep 3 years worth of your IRS stuff. So time to shred everything. And she's got, you guys, she has 3 giant totes of stuff. So I told her, I said, well, let's start with 1 tote at a time. I'll take it into work. We'll get rid of that. Our shred service picks up once every 2 weeks. So, you know, my boss already said it was fine. She doesn't care that we, you know, utilize it. She's like, we pay the same amount whether that thing is half empty or full anyway. So she's like, just use it. I'm going to pause this for a second and go say hi to my brother. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So my brother took my dog for a walk. So let's see. We have that. I really would not, I'm kind of not wanting to go with any more blue. I'm wondering like how that would look. I kind of like it. We'll think about that. All right, so now I'm just gonna pull some of these out and we're gonna stick them in here. One thing I've noticed, and I don't mind it because I know there's only so much, like, you know, that you might have access to or whatever, but we've been getting a lot of the same beads in some of these boxes, and I'm not mad about it, not by any means, but I just, like, these are in the box that we just got this month. Yeah. I'm so sorry, excuse me. But yeah, I'm just looking for something a little bit different. And I don't want to use these, so we're just going to pull those out for now. Thank you to all of you who have reached out, you know, regarding, you know, just anything. I mean, I've gotten some emails, I've gotten some messages, and of course I've gotten, you know, people who comment on the videos themselves. Thank you so much for all your feedback on things, for being patient with while I'm learning some new stuff. You know, there's a learning curve, and none of us are going to be perfect at anything, but I really do encourage you to try new things. You never know what you're going to like. You know, start small and, you know, see what you enjoy. It's one way for you to bring something new into your hobby. In case you ever do get kind of burnt out on what you're doing, it'll kind of, you know, freshen up maybe your routine and stuff. And of course, doing this really does help too. Just kind of going through, sorting through, condensing. It makes your stuff easier to store. It just really, really helps. So let's take these out and put them in here. Now, you know, we can't have that. That's not going to happen. All right. Have I told you guys I love this scoop? I love this scoop so much. All right. I still love my baby spoon, but now my baby spoon can be my ice cream spoon again. All right, so there's that. Not really feeling the purple, so we're gonna just pull that out of there. It's really pretty. I think there's some colors that I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, I'm done with that color right now. Let's move on to something else. So we'll just do that. Oh, got a little chip bead there. We want him. And then the last thing, let's pull this out. And now we have an empty container, which is always nice. There we go. All right. And then the last one I have here is the Dusty Rose one. So let's pull this out. And I'm thinking that these, I'm probably going to want to put this right back in here. Oh, it won't fit. That's right. That's why I had it separated out. I don't know if I'm going to want to use this for anything. I'm wondering maybe I could do like, I think it would be cute as like a bracelet bar. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry, one more interruption. He was, my brother just got back and I wanted to tell him bye before he left. So, all right. So I don't know if there's anything I really want to do with these at this moment. So let's just put those in there. And then, see now, Dusty Rose, I actually did quite a bit with this one. More than what I thought I would, because even though pink is my favorite color, I had a hard time with, it was a lot of pink to me. And so I just had a really tough time with it. but it was a good challenge. You know what I mean? Like I really enjoy being challenged. Like I'm kind of being challenged right now. So let's go ahead and pull those out. We have some more chain. I haven't been using like my chain hardly at all either. I don't know what is going on with that. And then I have all of these charms that we're just going to put in here. Again, I know that their intention is to like use them like maybe in a piece. I don't do a lot with a lot of charms, so it's really tough for me. So we have this. We have some little metal. I'm just going to stick these in here for now. I think, and I'm thinking this would look really good. And this was like that shell. Maybe we could do something really like kind of sweet and feminine here. Put those together. That should be fun. That looks good together. So let's pull those out. And then I think, let's see, it's going to take a bit. There's so much of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think too, like while I do this. I can't think and move my body at the same time. It's a thing. All right, so pull those out. Do something with chip beads and these shell heishi beads. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So we got all those. Also, let's pull out these little bicones. Oh, and we only have one of this guy, so he's going to go in our bead soup. Pull all these out. There we go. Oh, I've got one little shell bead here. Just dig him out. All right, so now that we have that, let's kind of look at what we have left here. So we have just all kinds of stuff left, right? I really kind of feel like, I don't know how I feel right now. All right, so let's pull the rhodonite out and let's get that in here. Let's do that. And I like this faceted rhodonite. It's really pretty, but there's so much more of the pink in it. Really, really pretty. But I used so much rhodonite the last time that I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm kind of over it. And not in a bad way. I mean, by any means. I just, you know, kind of done with it. All right, so let's put this one in here. And then we have some rose quartz, which is always really pretty, but I don't feel like doing anything with rose quartz today. So we're just going to pull that out. Now, mind you, this is nothing against any of these beads. This is only what I'm feeling today. This is, I want it to be what I want to do, whatever beads are talking to me. So I'm going to stick that in there. And then we are getting somewhere, you guys. I really think that we could make a couple really cool pieces with what we have. And I'm just kind of using my brain right now, trying to decide exactly what I want to do. So we have these crystals, and I like this ivory color. So I want to just pull those out because I really love that color. So we might use that. really pretty. Just kind of picking and choosing here, guys. Just picking and choosing. All right, and now we have all these other colors. I'm just gonna dump them in my hand. This is a lot of purple in here. And some of the plastic that's still in there. And I'm just gonna separate these out so we can see what we have. Because we have, we might have to marry some of these. So let's roommate some of these up. There we go. And just kind of see what we have. Because it's like we have 3 different types. And this just helps me see what they are a little bit better. Because even doing this, it might help me kind of clarify what I have. And I might see something else in these beads that I didn't notice before. Like, for example, I'm looking at these purple ones now with these opaque purple ones. I'm thinking, that might be cute. All right, so we got them sorted. And now we have all 3 of our boxes sorted down to just 1. We're going to leave this set aside because we might come back for more. But let's just see what we have going on. So we know this is our bead soup. We'll leave it sitting here in case we want to use any of it. And then we have all of our metal components here that we got in these boxes. And I'm just going to let that go over there. And now I'm going to go grab some other items. We're going to grab some stringing wire and such. I'll be right back. Okay, now let's really get into it. Let's play around with what we have. So I really, really like seeing these 2 kind of mixed together. I think they look really, really pretty. And it's very, very springy, very pastel. I think this would make a lovely, lovely bracelet together, like a multi-strand bracelet. So I think we're going to do that. And I think we're going to bring in the silver with this because I think that would look really great. So I saw this connector here, right? And I thought, well, this could really be used for like multi-strand. At least I think it could be anyway. Maybe more like this and doing a longer strand here, then a shorter strand, and then a even shorter strand, and so on. So we could probably do like a nice 5-strand bracelet. Even if we didn't want to do all beads, we could bring in some of this really pretty silver chain to do a couple of strands. So I think let's do that. Let's start there. And I have some Bead-A-Long 7-strand beading wire in bright. We're going to use that. I'm going to grab some wire guardians and my crimps. Have those. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. It came on me so fast. I'm sorry. I couldn't pause it. And there's something going on with the sneezes lately. I don't know what's going on. All right, so we have that. And then, oh yeah, my wire guardians. I'm gonna pull some of those out. We'll use wire guardians today. I haven't really used them a lot lately, so we will pull some of those out and have those ready. All right, and now we're just going to go ahead and cut some wire. So I know these are all going to end up being different lengths, but we're going to just start out with all of them being the same length, okay? And I'm going to do this the easiest way that I know. And, you know, we might have some extra like little pieces hanging out, and that's going to be okay. So we can always use those extra pieces elsewhere. So let's take off 5. Did I not cut that the same length? Oh, I didn't cut it yet. Okay, that's what's going on. You guys, I'm losing it. All right. If we end up with one shorter, it's fine because we're gonna need one to be much shorter anyway, so it's all good. And we have 4. There we go. And 5. My wire is going wild here. All right, so we have some wire. Let's put this back on so it doesn't go crazy on me again and start unraveling everywhere. I'm just gonna scoop up these for right now and get them out of the way. We'll probably use these. Let me cut the little loop off there. There we go. All right. Just making sure you can see everything. All right, so let's see what we realistically have here, because I think I did get a little crazy and I didn't cut these all the same length. So here's our shortest one. So let's grab that first. We're gonna do the middle strand of our bracelet first. All right, so let's put on our crimp. I'm gonna just pull out some of these because we're gonna need them. And I'm using Bead-A-Lon size 2 crimp tubes. And I'm just looking for my crimping pliers. Oh, there they are. They're across the room. Of course they are. I did some rearranging yesterday because I went on with Danielle last night and did a live with her. And I tried to use my laptop. My laptop is so old. So today I got online and I ordered a desktop, you guys. It's time. I had to. And I didn't have to spend a lot. Colleen had let me know that there was actually some good deals out there on Amazon because she had just herself got one. And it's honestly, it's something that I'm going to need anyway when, because I plan on doing more, doing some lives here on the channel, bringing in some of our friends so we can all be together. And I really want to be able to I would like to be able to schedule like 2 lives a month, and that way it's not overwhelming for everybody, and including myself, but it will also help get more and more people to know other people too, so it helps everybody. All right. So my plan is, what we'll end up doing is, I think we'll take this and we'll end up using this link. Maybe we can do a bead in between, like on an eye pin or something. So this is going to add some more length to it, or maybe we should just do a regular clasp. Yeah, I think we're going to do a regular clasp because I think that would be just kind of too nutty for me. Like, it's just too much. So let's just get out a clasp. My friend Pamela got me these. These are great, you guys. I sorted out all my clasps and got them arranged by what type of clasp they are and by color. So it really helps me visually see what I have instead of trying to dig through all my little bags. All right, so let's put this on here. Start out with our little spacer. And I have my tape measure pulled aside too, because we'll probably need that. All right, and now just trying to figure out how we want to do this. And I kind of feel like I want like all the pink ones on one, I think. So we're just going to start pulling these on here and just start plugging away. I might want to grab some other spacers that I have, because I have some of those like little disc spacers. Let me grab those real quick. They're just right behind me. I say real quick, but you know what? It might take me a hot sec, guys. All right, here's some of my silver spacers. So I have a bunch. Oh, I have these. These have some texture to them. I think those would look cute. Let's pull those out. I'm not sure where these came from exactly, you guys. These were part of stuff that I got from Wendy. So where they came from, I'm not really sure 100%. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't know. But we'll just pull some of those out for now. All right. And then let's just keep feeding these on. And let's do maybe like, I don't know. There's 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8. Let's put a spacer on. And let's do 8 more. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna look really pretty with that little bit of metal in there in between. And just stick that one right on. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is let's line this up here, because we know that's gonna take up some room, and then we'll be able to measure this. I would like my bracelet to be probably 7 to 7.5 inches. Sometimes when you add more beads, you end up needing a little bit more spaces. So we can do, I would say probably 7, at the very most 7.5 inches in length. So let's just kind of see where we're at for now. So right now, including the clasp, we are at 5. So we have plenty of room to do a little bit more. Now, mind you, I do still have all my other beads off to the side here. So if there's anything I see as I'm making this that I'm like, oh, that would look great with this, then I'm going to pull that out and we'll use it. This is just me trying to get through some beads and give my beads some life that I'm not giving it. I feel sad when I have beads sitting there waiting for me to use them, and I'm like, no, I don't feel like playing with you. It makes me feel bad. All right, so let's put another one of these on. And then I think we have room for like 8 more. Let's see what this gave us. So it looks like we're getting really close to 7, but I think I really would like to go up to 7.5. Actually, you know what? We'll do 7, and then we'll put an extender chain on there. So that way, yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll keep it to 7. So we really just need some more of these little pink ones. There's so many of them. And here's 4. These are so nice and thick too. They're not like all like skinny little shell pieces. They're nice and thick. We're just gonna leave this open. All right, so I think we're there. We're gonna add our little spacer, and then we are going to close off this end. This end's gonna need like a bigger jump ring to connect all 5. So we will definitely need that. I only want one of these on. So let's go ahead and put on our crimp. Let's put on our wire guardian. All right, and we're just going to pull that down. I think I would like to send that through at least my spacer. So let's back this up just a little bit. If I can get my butterfingers to work here, guys. So I was on my way home from church, and I knew I needed to stop and get just a couple things that I missed on our grocery list. And I all of a sudden was so hungry for hummus, and my favorite is garlic hummus. So I bought a container of garlic hummus and I brought it home too. So I had chips and hummus for lunch today. All right, so we want to make sure that because the way these beads are shaped, it's so easy to make this overly stiff because you're afraid of wire showing. So let's just, do some little wobbly things with it and get it so where it's not going to be super stiff. And then we can crimp our crimp bead down. All right. I'm also going to be on a Silver Silk Sunday with Neely and Danielle on March 9th. So you'll see something coming up soon, I'm sure. So I would love it if you guys could stop in and check it out. It's very low key. It's basically beading with your friends. So bring something for you to bead along with. It's just a lot of fun. All right, so let's grab another strand and we're going to hook this guy in. So let's get our crimp and our wire guardian. I chose to do wire guardians with this one because there's like so many that it would take up a ton of French wire and I need to buy some more French wire. And because I'm also using 7-strand, I wanted just that little bit more of a barrier between the metal and our strand. So that's why I'm using wire guardians today. If I was using like 19 strand or 49 strand, I probably wouldn't be so concerned about it. But I know 7-strand can be a little bit weaker. I still enjoy using 7-strand and I always will. But I mean, all honesty, it can be a little more weaker. There's less strands. All right, so we got that crimped. All right. So let's do our next strand. And I think our next strand, let's go ahead and go for like a lot of this blue. But I do want to use a silver spacer again, so let's do that. And we are just going to start feeding on these chips. Like we are going to go wild with them. All right, so I'm not going to keep you on all four of these or 5 of these because it's going to be a lot, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this and we're going to come back to finishing off this strand and then we'll start the next strand and so on. So I'll be right back, you guys. Okay guys, so I'm back and I'm just trying to make sure that I am keeping this where it needs to be because it has a tendency to turn like this and we want to make sure it stays just like that. So now I have all my beads strung on for that strand and we'll go ahead and put our crimp tube on and our wire guardian. And I'm just using my middle strand as like a template for this. I would like to use up all these beads, but if we decide that maybe we want to do a strand or 2 of chain, we absolutely can. But my intention is to use up these beads. Get in there. All right, so I got that fed through there. Make sure it's untwisted. There we go. All right, and then we can crimp that. Again, we want to make sure that it has room to maneuver. we go. And we can come in and trim that off. There we are. Okay, that's a long enough piece to save, so I'm going to save that guy. All right, so now we have 2 strands done. And my intention is to do another blue strand here. And then I'm not really sure what we're going to do on the outer ones yet. Or if we stop there and only do 3 strands, which would be fine too, because 3 strands would look really, really nice too. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do chain on the outside ones. All right, so let's do another blue one. Actually, we could make this one pink and blue, and that would be cute to have like one that's mixed. So let's do that. We can do like every other 8 a different color or something. Or maybe we just throw them all on there randomly. That would be cool too. Or maybe we bring in some other colors or other things from our, I just want to make sure I get this in the right spot. There we go. From the rest of the beads that we have sitting here, because we do have quite a few other beads here. We have some more gemstones. We have all kinds of stuff. So we could definitely take a look at that too, for if we want to continue on and do a 4th and 5th strand on here. I would like to make this a nice big, like chunky bracelet. Like I think it'd be really pretty to have a lot of strands. All right, I just want to make sure my wires aren't crossed inside my crimp. And we're going to come in, whoop. We really are going to come in here and crimp that. Like so. There we go. All right, so now let's do a mixed one. Let's do some pink and blue in here, but we want to start out with our little silver spacer. Get that in there. And let's start out with some blue. So we're just gonna put on, I don't know, let's just do like, let's do like 5 of the blue. I brought out some daisy spacers too, so I just dug through that and brought a few of those out. So we have that, and then we can maybe put on one of these little daisy spacers. And then let's do some more pink. So let's just grab like 5 of those. These are almost easier just to pick up because they're kind of heavy. And then let's put on one of our bigger spacers. And then let's do another 5 pink. And then let's do one of our smaller daisy spacers, and let's do 5 blue. Another daisy spacer. Let's do 5 more blue. Not sure where the hole is. Is that it? It's grab a different one. There's 4 and 5. And let's do another daisy spacer. Let's do some more pink. Let's make sure this is all lined up properly here, because we're getting close to the end. All right, just making sure. Looks like we could use one more of the pink ones, and then we'll do our spacer. And our crimp. Oop. Wire guardian. And let's just run that through that crimp and that spacer. There we go. And we can pull that down. Hi, Miss Lucy. Are you snuggling? Oh, you guys, look what happened. We need to pull that off. All right. Just pull that off temporarily. I must have had this turned or something. So we're going to add on a few more pieces. Definitely don't want that to happen, do we? Now let's see where we're at. There, now we're good. All right, so now let's put this on. Glad we caught that before we did our crimp, because I would have been like, no. All right, so now that we know that we're in the clear, we can finish this part here. Let's put our wire through. Made my wire a little bit curly when I pulled it off like that. And then put it through our crimp and our bead. Let's do one last look at it before we crimp it. Let's make sure we're all good. There we go. Okay. I think we're in the clear. I'm going to grab this. We're going to give it some space, just so it has room to maneuver. All right. Oh, this is cute. This is going to be really cute. All right, guys, looks like we still have some stuff left over. So let's see if we can make the final strands look a little bit different. If we brought in like a couple of these rose quartz, just a few of them, that maybe we could do. Oh, and then on this side we could maybe pull in some of these aquamarine. And then maybe we could do the blue chip with the rose quartz, and then the pink with the blue aquamarine. That would look cute. Let's try that. Let's do that. So we're bringing in some other stuff. All right. So this is why we want to keep this stuff out too, because I think that sometimes when you're looking at things, you're like, no, I don't really want to use that. So then you don't. But if you're looking at it and then kind of keeping an eye on what you have going on, in your container, then, you know, it's, yeah, it just helps. All right, so this one, let's put on, I don't know if this is going to be great that I'm making a 5-strand bracelet, but I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be very, very cute, very feminine, and kind of nice and big. It looks very summery. Okay, and now we're hooking up here. Just backing it up a little bit. Whoops, we're crossed. There we go. Let's crimp that down. There we are. Whoop. There we go. Got that figured out. And then just like the others, let's go ahead and put on our spacer first. I'm going to pull out some more of those daisy spacers. I have the bright silver mixed in with my stainless steel silver. So I just want to pull out some more of the bright silver, and we'll put the others back when we don't need them. There we go. All right, so let's start. I think we're going to do the aquamarine on this side, the chips. So let's go ahead and start there. Start just feeding these on. And I think we want to place our rose quartz. So probably we're going to want one here and probably one here. So I'm just going to kind of mark a spot, and then we'll bead up to that, put those on, and so on. So we're just going to bead, bead, bead. Whoop. And then we'll get through most of the strand together. I'll pause it, and then I'll end it, and then we'll start on the next strand together and finish it up. And then we still have more beads to play with. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a video, so if that's not your jam, then by all means, go ahead and fast forward through some stuff if you like. A lot of people like these long videos, so this can be easily accommodated for all people if you just fast forward through the parts that you don't want to see. And then everybody will get what they need. All right, so now we've come up to where I want to put on my first one. Let's do one of these little daisy spacers first. Let's put on our quartz. Follow it up with another daisy spacer. Let's do a few brown, blue chips in between. Okay, and now we're up to where we want to add the other one. So daisy spacer, our rose quartz, another daisy spacer, and then, whoops, then we want to continue on with our aquamarine chips. Or were these aquamarine or were they blue lace? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I have to look. Let's grab this one. And then daisy spacer, our rose quartz, and another daisy spacer. All right, guys, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to keep on trucking. I'll finish this one strand here, and then we'll come back for the last strand, and we'll finish off this piece of jewelry, and then we'll be ready to move on to our next one after we get up and stretch and walk around for a minute. Okay guys, I am back and we're on our last one. So this is what it looks like so far, and I think it looks really, really pretty. Super pastel, super pretty. All right, let's put this guy on here, making sure we're going in the right spot. There we go. Let's feed our crimp on. So I went over and to my mom and brother's house last night, and we had dinner with them. My mom made lasagna, and I brought over the blueberry cheesecake for my brother's birthday. It was his request, and the cheesecake turned out so good, you guys. Mom's lasagna was good too. And I gave him my present. I gave him the turquoise chip necklace and bracelet that I made for him, and he was so happy. He loved it. And I showed him what the spiny oysters look like, so I might just make him a bracelet with the spiny oysters that I have, and I think he would really like that too. Maybe that with some really pretty carnelian or something. All right, so now for this side, we decided that we want to use these guys, right? So we have them. I have 3 here, but you know what? I have 4 total. So let's grab that 4th one. Let's pull that out. Let's use it. So we're going to want to just kind of space these out in here, and we're going to do the pink in between. So let's just start grabbing some pink. And let's feed that on. There we go. Losing my grip here. And I'm thinking we'd probably do like 5 of these or 6. Let's try 6. Let's see what 6 looks like. There we go. And then if we did our spacer, I don't like that big spacer. We'll do a smaller one. All right, so let's do one of these little daisy spacers. And then our bead. There we go. That's what I like. So we'll do like 6 of the shell beads before we put on one of the aquamarine tubes. Oh, tossing it. And we're still going to have some pieces left over, you guys. So I'm going to want to probably look at my stash and see where I can marry some of these. Or I might even just pull the pendants out and have them separate in like the bag here, because I want to keep this pendant with it. Everything else I think I'd probably put into my own stash, but yeah. Okay, that was 6. Boy, for being just 2 colors, this is actually turning out really, really cool. Oops, I forgot to put my spacer on. That's 5. There's 6. All right, so now we're at the point to where I think we're probably just gonna end up beading the rest of the way down, which is absolutely fine. Oh no, we have one more. Here it is. I'm like, I thought we had one more, but I guess I was wrong. But here it is. I was right. We did have one more. All right, so now we're good. And now we can just add a few more. I'm gonna straighten this out, make sure I have it straight. Probably need like 2 or 3, depending on how thick they are. So let's start with 2. 2's fine. And then our spacer, like so. And our crimp. And our wire guardian. We're going to run that wire through our wire guardian and our silver spacer bead. Okay. We can do it. We can do this. Struggling. Need like an extra pair of small hands. There we go. All right. So now again, we want to make sure this can move because we have some larger beads on there. Don't be upset if you can see a little bit of wire when you're working with some of these different shapes, because you're going to see a little bit of wire, but as you wear it, it's gonna you're not gonna see that, okay? So don't be alarmed. You don't want it so tight that your bracelet just kind of hangs weird or doesn't hang at all. It just kind of like sits really tight on your wrist and doesn't have any movement. You don't want that. All right, so now we have that. Now I'm going to grab some jump rings. I have some larger silver jump rings. So let me take this one and let's see if this one's going to be big enough for what we want. Grab some pliers here. And we're just going to loop these on like so. We can honestly probably put our clasp on here too. Oh, did we forget one? We forgot one, you guys. I heard you. I heard you. There we go. Get that closed all the way. Ooh, this is a heavy bracelet. All right, so let's see what we have going on here, because I said something about adding extender chain if we needed to. And I think because of the massiveness of this, we will need to add some extender chain. It's just massive. So I'm going to take this one off because it's going to interfere with me putting that one on my wrist. Let me just undo this real quick. There we go. All right, so I think what we'll do is, well, we do need to add like a little something here anyway to, you know, to kind of join everything together. And this is going to kind of like mash inside on top of each other and everything, and that's okay. It's going to. It's what it's going to do. But I think that just kind of adds to it. Let me grab an eye pin real quick. Okay, since we have an eye pin, I'm actually taking one of these rounds. And we're just going to put that in between here and our other jump ring to clasp onto. And I'm going to see if that's enough space. Maybe we could do... Maybe we could do a couple tiny ones. Actually, instead of using that, maybe we should just do like one of these numbers. Put that on. Just to use up some more. And that's going to go like around the bottom of our wrist. So let's get that into a simple loop. There we go. Looks good. We can open that guy up. My husband, wrestling is over for him now. And he had such a long day yesterday. Him and Xander had a long day with coaching. And the kids are done. So, you know, they're going to have their like pizza party this week on Tuesday. So Shane is like so super tired. And I called him on my way home from church. And I said, hey, I'm stopping at the store to pick up X, Y, and Z. Do you need anything? And he's like, I could use a pop. So I got him a pop or soda or whatever you guys call it. And he says, I'm being lazy today. And I'm like, honey, that's okay. You can be lazy. It's fine. Everybody needs a day like that to not feel any pressure and just to be lazy and recuperate from whatever strenuous activities you've been up to. So I have lazy days too. There's some days where I will take my weekend day and just veg out on the couch and do the bare minimum to get by. All right, so now, so now we don't even have to add an extender, which is fantastic. But I do want to grab my little, where's my bracelet buddy? There it is. I've been keeping this thing close by because I got tired of like struggling so bad every time I went to go try to put on a bracelet. But I think I'm going to do it this way. I'll try this on. Don't watch me struggle, guys. Don't watch me struggle. Okay, there we go. If you need one of these, I got it on, nope, this one came with my tool set. Okay, I think I have it flipped around. Ooh, you can kind of twist it too. That's kind of cool. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, cute. You guys, look at how cool this turned out. It's so big. And then there's the underside. But this is really pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. And everything kind of like flopped over each other. And they're not all in the same line anymore. But you know what? I don't even care. I think it turned out really cool. All right, guys, I'm going to pick up a little bit. And we're going to get ready for our next one. Like I said, this is going to be a longer video. So I will try to do as much as I can to minimize the length. But just a reminder, it's a longer video. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so this one's going to be kind of my like little St. Patty's Day bracelet. So I think we're going to do a multi-strand. It could be 2 or 3 strand bracelet. Fresh, brand new. We're going to use their 19 strand bronze Bead bead stringing wire. The one thing I just thought about, and I mentioned it in another video I did earlier, is I got these like little oh shoot, what is it? They're little clover leaves from Sam's. Well, they're I think they call them quadrifoils, but you know what they look like to me? They look like little clovers. They're really, really cute. So I'm gonna dig in my bags real quick. Okay, here they are. Yep, quadrifoil, white shell. Okay. So let's pull these out. Look at how darling these are. Okay, so I want to pull a few of these out. And I think what we'll do is we'll use one as like a dangle. And you know what? We might make a pair of earrings. Like, I think it would be really fun just to make a nice little simple pair of earrings to go along with our multi-strand bracelet. I do have other green beads in here yet. I still have the green tiger eye. So when we want to use that, we absolutely can. But I thought these are so cute that we should definitely use them. All right, and now for this one, we might just do maybe a 2-strand bracelet, because I'm not really thinking that I want to do much more than that for this one. Let's pull out one of these cute little charms too. We'll do a couple dangles. All right, so this has got a nice big hole, so we're good there. All right, let's measure this out. I am planning on doing a 2-strand bracelet. Kind of want to do 3, but let's just let's keep it to 2. All right, so I'm gonna pull out some bead stringing wire. This one we're not gonna use the wire guardians with. I'm using 19 strands, so we really shouldn't have to. It's nice and sturdy. I need to start ordering these by like the 1,000 feet spools. Is it possible? So I don't want to, I'm going to do no spoiler, but there are going to be some really fun things coming up soon, you guys. I have some opportunities facing me that is going to bring some fun to all of us. And I think it's something that you guys would all be really excited about. But just know that I can't say a lot right now, but you'll know more in the future. I just want to like dangle a carrot, basically, is all I want to do, is dangle a little carrot. Let's bring you in just a little bit. All right, so now that we have our 2 strands, let's go ahead and let's get our first strand all set up here. So we're gonna go right onto our toggle. All right, just like this. Boy, you can really feel a difference with the 19 strand. When you start grabbing onto it, you're like, oh, that feels really substantial. All right. I still love my 7 strand though. I use it a lot, and I will continue to use it a lot. All right. And we need our crimper. And we can just sneak right in there, crimp that down. There we go, just like so. All right, I haven't given this much thought on how I want to do this, but I think we'll start with these really big green ones, but let's do some of these like coppery bicones first. And then I think we're gonna just jump right in. Kind of wondering if I want any other spacers with these. So let's do a couple of these big dark ones, like 3 of these. And let's do a bicone. Let's do one of these like peachy off-white beads. There we go. And then let's do another 3 of these big guys. I really do love this shade of green. Shade of green is excellent. And let's do another one just like that. I think we're going to do a jump ring between the end clasp and and the strand, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get these beads through, or the clasp through, but then I also want to give it a spot to hang our cute little dangles. So we're going to put these 3 on, and then we're going to see where we're at. So one side is going to be our larger beads, and then the other strand will be our smaller beads. So there's that. Grab this. Okay, we are at about 5 1/4 inches, so we still have some space to go. So let's do, whoop, that's a crimp. Let's do this. And another one of these. There we go. Now let's see where we are. Okay, we still have some room, so I think I could probably do at least another of the green. Let's pick this one. Nope, we could do all three, and then probably a spacer. And then I'll just stick it on my wrist just to see. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. All right, good deal. So we're just gonna leave that hanging out like that for now. Actually, let's close off that end. I'm gonna dig out my there we go. One of these guys. Because we want this just to be a little bit of a bigger one here. Come on, just want one. There we go. I'm going through all the ones that I've been like collecting from my different boxes that I open that I get them. So I've been trying to like grab stuff like that instead of my regular stuff. So it's helping. It's helping for me to use these products and cut down on me having to use other stuff from my stash. All right, so this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull through a couple beads. Just like that. Hang on to this and pull it down just a little bit more. There we go. Looks like we got a little opening here. I do want to make sure that's closed all the way. There we go. All right, let's trim this off and I'll hang on to that piece. There we go. All right, next strand. I'll pull out some ear wires in a minute too for us. We might even be able to use these for our earrings. Who knows? All right, so we need our crimp. And we're gonna string this through right along with the other one. One's gonna be like kind of laying on top of each other, but that's okay because once you put the beads on, it'll spread out a little bit, so it's fine. It's the way this this toggle is done, where the little part that you connect to is in a different position than what it normally is on most. Which reminds me, I still wanted to order some more. I need some gold toggles. I'm probably going to want to do that at some point soon. All right, so now we have that one, and we're going to start out the same way. Let's put this little bicone on. Slide that right over top. And then let's start with some of our little tree agate. And I think what we'll do is probably like 4 of these. And I'm just picking them up at random. Let's do 4 of those. We can do a bicone. Let's do 4 more. And a bicone. This one's going a lot quicker than the last one we did because there's less strands and these are larger beads, so they don't take up as much room as all those, or yeah, they take up more room than all those chips. All right. Still got quite a bit left, you guys. This is like something. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these beads. I might have to just go back and marry those purple ones back together in the same little spot, which is fine. I can definitely do that and put the crystal ones with the crystal ones, and just not have things so spread out in there. All right, so get that on there. I can appreciate getting it down to 1 box. If it got down to 2 from 3, I would really appreciate that too. So I'm not super concerned, even if I did need to use another box. But I do have a bag that I'm going to be using for the pendants, and but everything else is going to go into my stash. So get in there. There it goes. All right, let's just pull that up. We want that to be even with the other one, to look the same. There we go. All right, we can crimp that little guy. Trim that off. If I can get in there. Oh, well, come on. There we go. Couldn't quite get a grip of it. There. All right. So now we have that done. Let's open up the side here and let's put on our other end of our toggle. And then let's make our dangle. So I'm gonna need a smaller jump ring for for this little guy. And then I'm gonna grab a head pin for this guy. Hold on real quick, guys. I'm gonna grab some head pins. Okay, I am back, and let's go ahead and put our, oh, actually I can just dangle that one on right here. I don't even need a jump ring for it because of the way it's facing. Let's do that real quick. There we go. Lay that down. And then I have my ball head pin. Cute. Look how cute this little guy is. All right, so let's do a little wire wrap loop on here. And then we'll hang him on there too. it's not really a 4-leaf clover, but it looks very 4-leaf clover-ish to me. So we're just going to pretend it's really a 4-leaf clover. There we go. Oh. Straighten that out a little bit. Okay, trim that off. We can straighten out our loop and squish that down. Let's open up this jump ring one last time. And I think we want that one over on this side. All right, so let's try this one on and see. Okay, so this one fits a little bit snugger, which I'm good with. Not like horribly snug, but just snugger. There we go. Okay, so there's the underside, and I have my 2 little dangles here, and then here's the top of it. So I think they turned out really cute. I think both bracelets turned out really nice. I'm super excited about both of them. So here's both of them. One is like super big, and the other one's not as big. I'm gonna be taking all these off soon. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can make a quick pair of earrings. So I brought over some eye pins and some head pins, and I think we'll make a pair of earrings. Maybe we should make one for each. Like we could make one for the pink and blue, and we could even make one for the other one. Grab my, the other thing I need to go through is my, do I have any copper ear wires? Well, I may not be making, oh, here we go. I need more copper ear wires. Okay, so I need to order copper ear wires and gold toggles. Holy moly, you guys. Okay. All right, so we got this. And let's see what we want to do. So first things first, let's take a peek at these. Let's see. So I think that if we did like this one, and we're just going to do some nice simple ones. We're not going to do anything like crazy. I think I want to do a lighter green with that. And maybe hang that little guy off the bottom. That might be cute. All right, let's give that a shot. We're not going to use this. All right, so we need a couple eye pins. I'm going to be using some of my shorter ones. And we're going to need a couple head pins. Again, some of my smaller ones. I like to use some of these shorter ones when I know I just need like one little bead on it. It really helps. I ordered them by mistake, and honestly, it was a really good mistake because they have saved some of my longer ones for needing them for longer things. Although I can usually make 2 eye pins out of one if I'm just putting a smaller bead on it. Okay, there we go. Another eye pin. Won't need to trim much off that one, just a little tiny bit. You know, I was thinking back to when I first started with this channel, and because I kind of get down on myself about like, well, this channel was given to you, you know, and it came with all your people. But then I realized when I first joined, we were almost at 30,000 because I remember we did a contest to get us up to 30,000. And once we got there, I mean, we're almost at 40. So in a year and a half time, this channel has grown that much, you guys. And I can't say it's all me. You know what I mean? I can't. But I feel like a lot of it must be. Like, you guys must like me. Like, it's just... But, you know, sometimes I have my doubts about, you know, what I'm doing. And then I just remember that, you know what, I feel like, you know, we're all blessed with this gift of being able to create. And, you know, I think everybody can do it. But we just recognize that we have this gift and this yearning to want to create pretty things. And that goes for any craft that you might do aside of jewelry. You know, some of you are crocheters, some of you sew, some of you knit. My friend Florence does everything. Like, Florence, this is a shout out to you, girl. I know you do everything, which reminds me I need to reach out to you and see how you're doing. But she does like all kinds of crafts. And sometimes I'm just like, where do you find the time? But I know that she's like enjoying it. Like, it's all stuff that she loves, and she makes so many great things for friends and family and everything. And yeah, so it's pretty awesome when you think about it, you know, the gifts that we were given, and that we have the ability to make beautiful art with our hands. Every single one of you has it. I feel like it took a while for people to get to know me, but I think the more people that, you know, I get to know all of you, I am just like blown away by just the kindness and just the kind of people that you all are. I absolutely love every single one of you to pieces. All right, here we go. So we're just making like a little dangly, like chain style earring. Nothing that's gonna like blow anyone out of the water, but still something pretty. And then we'll do like an easy pair too for our other one, and then we'll be done. Like I said, this was a long one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you think of it as just kind of like hanging out with me. And I hope a lot of you just bead right along with me. Like that you watch, but you listen and you grab your stuff and you create right alongside of me. That's my whole intention. Like I you know, teaching is great, but I want to be that space for you where you feel like you can come and just relax and just be with a friend. There we go. So awesome. There we go. All right, I think I have it all figured out. We got this. I have so many bracelets on my wrist right now. My wrist feels really heavy. I'm getting like an arm workout right now. My one arm is going to be like totally ripped, where my other arm is going to be all wimpy. All right, now we just need this ear wire. And we are golden. There we go. There's our one pair of earrings. We put those back in here. And we'll do the other set really quick. So for the other set, I think that I would like to use a couple of the charms. So let's grab that and that. And then we're going to do like a real simple eye pin with the charms hanging from the bottom. Just another simple pair of earrings. We don't want to go crazy. Simple is pretty too. So let's grab some of these pink ones. And let's grab some of these blue chips. Okay. And let's put on like a little blue chip. And another one. And let's do a couple of these like so. And then let me, did I have those silver spacers? Did I put them back in here? Oh yeah, I did. Here they are. Let's grab that little silver spacer. Stick that right on top. Let's make this one into a simple loop. There we go. Let's open this up. Put on our little charm. And our ear wire. Do the same thing. Little one here. And here. Just need two of these. And one of the spacers. Only got two of those little spacers left in there. I'm sure we'll use them eventually. All right, and now we can make this one into our simple loop. And let's roll that back. And here we go. There. All right, so here's our other pair of earrings. These turned out really cute too. And I like just the simplicity of them. There we go. All right, guys. I hope you had fun with this, and I know it ran long, but I think it was probably worth it. I'm going to put all this stuff back away, and I will see you again real soon, and I'm sending you all my love and all my prayers. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.